Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your readings today. Today is Samhain here in the Northern Hemisphere. You might be celebrating Beltane if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. But where I am, we are celebrating Samhain. And in the pagan calendar, traditionally, this is a new year. It was considered the new year of the pagan calendar. And so today we are asking, what New Year wish is the Samhain energy bringing you? What New Year wish is going to come true for you? And I've cut an apple in half. This is traditional. This is what we do here in the UK, or in the area I live in. We cut an apple in half and we expose the seeds, and then we take it out into the garden. We give it to the earth and to the animals to come away and eat and feast. And we trust that the seeds will symbolically, I guess, go into the ground and take our wishes, the seeds we wish to sow with them, and that they will then come to fertility. So I shall be doing that with this apple afterwards, taking it into my garden with great blessings. But let us do your readings first of all. So we're going to draw 3 cards together. And I was going to use angels as well to assist in the guidance for each of the readings, but I was drawn to this crystal ball as well. So we actually have 2 angels and a crystal ball. But let's draw your cards first of all. So this is for pile 1, I'm seeing already, and pile 2 here, and I think it's the one on the top for pile 3. So let us have a look. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So pile 1, this is your first card, the Wheel of Fortune. And this is actually sitting with the cherry quartz angel. And this is what it looks like. Pile 2, you have the card of the Tower. Okay. And you have the crystal ball. Is a quartz crystal. Okay, place that there. And it seems to know where it wishes to go, that's for sure. For pile 3, you have the card of the Lovers. Okay. And you have the Tiger's Eye angel. And this is what it looks like. Okay. So I will draw runes and possibly a charm within the readings. I'll see how it feels. We'll definitely draw runes of that, I'm sure. But I'm just going to leave these just as they are for you. Beautiful souls, take your time, listen to your intuition. Most of us are manifesting more than one thing at a time. So if you find you're drawn to more than one reading, then it's probably worth checking in on them, because this is a major turning point in the Earth's calendar. It is a time where wishes can be set and seeds sown for new beginnings, and those wishes and dreams that we really wish to manifest in the coming year. So let's find out from your readings which New Year wish, and this is a natural Earth calendar New Year as opposed to our man-made calendar, is going to come true for you. And of course it could be more than one. Beautiful souls, I'll leave the video running for just a few moments. Of course the timestamps are in the description box, along with all the cards and all sorts of other links to things that might be helpful to you. I'm going to leave the video running for just a few moments longer for anyone that wants a bit more time. And yeah, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. This is a pretty powerful card of transformation. I'm actually feeling like this is just purely channeling through what's arriving. I feel like more than one thing is actually going to be coming true for you. with these 4 owls, I would venture almost to say, what are your 4 top priority wishes? Really interesting, just coming through really strongly. There's a releasing. I'm seeing this snake curled up in the middle. I almost feel like this image is like, you know, when you look through a kaleidoscope. I used to love them when I was little, and we'd get them in our, you know, at Christmas time often, just little cheapy ones, but they were magnificent. You know, I loved just looking at the way you turn things around, and all of these colours and patterns changed and shifted. And I feel like I'm looking in a kaleidoscope. There's something that is shifting and changing and transforming. And I think there is more than one wish coming true for you. Cherry calcite rather. There's cherry calcite angel, or cherry quartz angel. Listen to me getting my words all muddled up. I apologise, little angel. But I think that's interesting, because I feel like there is this energy of twisting and turning and shifting and changing around you. The cherry quartz angel is actually an angel that gifts us with the stone. The crystal gifts us with the powers of leadership. It's very interesting. I'm also getting very strongly here this idea of like that kaleidoscope transforming, the colours and the shapes and the shifting changes because you turn it. It's like, I feel like you're getting agency to become transformative, and more than one thing coming to you, more than one wish coming true is what I'm really hearing for you. But of you having agency within that, which is really interesting, very interesting energy around you. Let's draw cards and see what else we are shown for my beautiful pile 1. So that is 1 card. Yeah, I feel I want 2 from this pack. And actually, it's definitely this one actually. Okay. And then there's your card. Okay, and another, I think. Yes. Okay. Let's look at these oracle cards first, to look at the bigger picture, and then we will dive into your tarot cards as well. So you have Chiron healing and Capricorn achieve. Yes. Oh, little pumpkin, I think we may have to move you over here. Thank you very much, little pumpkin. Yes, this is this snake, this coiling here. I kind of feel like the snake is almost like, as I was seeing that kaleidoscope, almost as if there is an image of something that you could see in the kaleidoscope, and then as you turn the wheel, it vanishes, it disappears. I feel like something is actually, curiously enough, disappearing from your life, but it's disappearing from your life by choice, because you're turning the wheel. You have agency here. And it puts you in a position, I'm seeing leadership again with Capricorn, achieve. We have battle ready and the death card. Wow. My goodness me, talk about transformation. You're rising. This is what I want to say. You're rising into your own power in a way that, going back to agency again, you're rising into your own power in some way. You really are. I feel like, and I mean this in a really powerfully positive way, I don't mean dominance or power over others. I mean power over yourself and your own life and the shape of it. Look at the red hair, like the cherry quartz, and the same with the same colours are coming through in your reading. And this horse here, leaping forwards. Now, whatever turning point you're at, and there's no question that you are at a big turning point. If this reading was the one you were drawn to and it's resonating, you will know what I'm talking about. There is something that is has been very, very significant. It may have shown up during eclipse season for you. We are coming through that energy now, but my goodness me, it's been an unbelievably powerful eclipse season. And talk about peeling back the layers. Everyone I'm speaking with has been doing this, you know, deep, deep, deep soul searching, much of which is about cutting cords and deciding what we will continue to accept in our lives and what we won't. And of course, there's resistance to that as well. But wow, you're actually moving to a place where you are going to be at the top of your game. That's what I want to say, pile one. You're going to be at the top of your game. Now, it's interesting with this, you know, I'm asking New Year wishes. What is your Samhain New Year wish that is going to come true? Curiously enough, I think many blessings are going to come to you, more than one wish, and we can ask about that. And you may have been drawn to some other readings which will perhaps indicate some more, but I feel like the biggest wish for you is actually for something to finish and to come to a completion, to be free of something, to no longer have to live in battle. Now, this could be an internal battle, something that you've got stuck within your head. It's stopped you from being able to see forward, see a way ahead at times. Now, can you see in this Chiron card, there is also a crystal ball just held here in this staff in the middle. And the staff looks quite thorny. If you were drawn to pile 2 because of the crystal ball, I mean, I haven't done pile 2 yet, but I mean, you may find there's some relevance to it. I'm really struck by the fact that I was drawn not to 3 angels, but to that crystal ball as well. So it may have relevance to you. This snake is to do with what you're letting go of. You're not just letting go of something, but you're healing from it. It's not holding you back anymore. You're empowered, and empowerment is not power over others, it's power over ourselves, it's agency. You're not held back by something. You can look ahead. We have these dogs here. It's interesting, the horse and the dogs are really speaking to me here of the horse, particularly of empowerment, of freedom, of liberation. Also horses, they have a very strong fight or flight mechanism within them. I mean, a horse will not fight back unless it's really, really cornered. If a horse is, gets really vicious, it's because it's been pushed into a corner and it doesn't feel it has any other choices. But they would rather fly, they would rather flee. And this has got a real sense of empowerment. I feel like you have definitely had to do battle. But you are now, everything is now looking ahead. And I feel like as you turn the kaleidoscope, whatever it was is fading, it's disappearing, literally a little twist of the kaleidoscope. And that snake, venom, do you know, venom is coming to mind. It's not the nicest of words to use, but I think some of you have experienced venom. Something a bit poisonous, toxicity, poison. And it's interesting, I was talking with somebody, a very, very, very wise person, one of my main unbelievably amazing mentor, teacher, and she was talking about snakes and the venom of snakes and being bitten by a snake gives you, that there are people, tribal peoples who live with snakes. What she was saying to us, tribal peoples who live with snakes and they are immune to the venom. There's even that they've been bitten so much. I can't really go into it in too much detail because I will probably misportray what was being said. But the point is, it's about surviving something. And it can't hurt you anymore. That's really the message that's coming through here. And I think that's actually one of your biggest wishes. I'm not saying you don't have other wishes and things you wish to achieve. And I do think there are many more than one Samhain New Year wish coming true for you. But the basis of it, the root of it, is this primary wish for something to end, for something to cease, for it to no longer bother you, for it to no longer hold you back. And it does, it feels as if, I mean, toxicity is another word that comes to mind, but venom is there. Something that's been a bit, quite poisonous, really. But my goodness me, and I think you have done battle. You've had to do battle, perhaps to defend yourself. But this is moving forwards. Maybe a disloyalty with these dogs, but they're looking ahead now. Everything is looking ahead, except for this one person down here who has interestingly enough the symbol of the rune of the warrior here. Also, this is a sign that, you know, is associated with Sagittarius, which is, you know, fire, optimism, hope. Yeah, something that you've done battle with this is your biggest wish, I think, for something to come to an end. It's like to be able to find peace at last. And what I'm seeing is you have agency in this, and that I'm loving. Like you turn that kaleidoscope, you turn that wheel, and suddenly the snake is gone. Never to return. That picture will never be the same again. Ever, ever, ever. That's the thing about a kaleidoscope. You never, ever, ever get the same picture twice. Or as far as I know, you don't. Well, that's my sort of recollection of it. Let's draw your tarot cards. Okay. Let's look at these. So the first one that showed itself is the Five of Wands. And here I see a sense of, you know, I want to say battle, but I always think with the Five of Wands, you know, it can bring out a competition, or we can either be competitive, that's the lower vibration, or we can be collaborative. What I'm seeing for you here is a shift. I think you've left behind perhaps a group of people who were competitive, or that's part of the poison of this, envious competitiveness. And I feel like you've found, it's very interesting, I think if you haven't yet found them, I think you're going to find your tribe, a group of people you can work with. You may already have found them, but if you haven't, I think you're going to, and that may be part of one of the wishes that is, because when we depart from a toxic environment, we can feel really alone. This Death card, she's very single, a singular figure here, with many other representations, and yet here we have, you know, more than one figure together. Yeah, I feel you find your tribe. That's one of your wishes as well. Yeah, Four of Swords. Yes, I think some of you are departing a situation, it's ending, and your greatest wish is for it to end, but there's also that sense of real sadness of being on your own. So if you're leaving a situation where you were with people that you thought you might trust or would want to hang out with, and you're choosing, because you know that it's a very toxic environment, to leave. But you're kind of following your heart here on this one, and it's appropriate. I mean, the Three of Swords is, I always feel, let's say, a double-edged sword, but for me it's the beginning of the healing journey. Leaving something behind, and the King of Cups. Excellent. So, yeah, I think you are going to, one of your, so two wishes coming through already here. One is for something simply to end, and it needs to, and you know it, and you want it to. And I think that's lovely. And I think you're going to depart a group or a circle of people. I do think it's possibly for a group of people. Now, it could be a toxic relationship, but I think they've probably got a bit of a team around them. That's what I'm seeing here. It's not just, it doesn't feel like it's one person. It feels like it's more like a group. And it's been quite difficult to leave them because of that sense of isolation, that fear of stepping into a place where it's just you. But I think through the doing of it, you find your tribe. We have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, look at this. This is beautiful. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the 9 of Swords. Yeah. It's going to come to an end. I think that is genuinely your biggest wish. Let's move these down here. I think we can do that. Yeah. So primary wish number 1, Samhain wish for the new year is a new beginning. It's the toxicity, the poison of something coming to an end. You are departing it. You're turning that wheel. You have agency. You have choice. And I think the result of this is that through leaving and closing it down permanently, you can start to look ahead. You start to take charge. What is interesting is, I think the moment you put this behind you, you know, with the 9 of Swords sitting here, the moment you put this, yeah, literally, the moment you almost forget about it. I know that might sound a bit strange, my beautiful pile 1, but your reading seems to be suggesting that it's really important to, within yourself, to lay it to rest. To not keep looking at it, to not revisit it, to look forwards here, to achieve. Give yourself a focus, because dwelling on it keeps you connected energetically. And I do think it's come to its natural end. I sort of feel it's getting sorted. And actually this is time, your agency is about turning that kaleidoscope and looking ahead rather than looking back. And, you know, you might find that you get waves of sadness around this, because when we leave a chapter behind, we do get waves of sadness. It's understandable. There's almost like a grieving process for the fact that something didn't work out, or someone wasn't who you thought they would be, or a group of people weren't who you thought they would be. I do feel there is a group, and if it is focused around one person, it's a group. But I am seeing you finding your tribe. 10 of Pentacles, a new opportunity coming to you. So the first wish, something is ending. The second wish is going to literally go away, and you have agency in that because you don't have to keep thinking about it. The second, and you can look forward. The second is, I'm seeing someone giving you a gift, and it leads you into your tribe. I think the second wish coming true for you is finding your tribe, finding a group of people who do resonate with you, who aren't toxic. They've got an abundant mindset. They're benevolent, they're kind, they're caring. You know, really, they look at the world, I want to say they look at the world differently. And that's a second wish that's coming through here for me, I think. I'm really hearing for you, pile 1. I'm going to draw some more cards for you. May we have more information? Okay, I'm actually going to take these just as they've come out of the pack. Bounty. Look at this. Oops. I have not checked these cards before I drew them. Bear with me. I haven't used these on YouTube for a while, and actually, of course, I need to check to cover various bits up. So we have Bounty, the Empress. Look at that. And can you see, look, we have a little pumpkin in here as well, or some squashes here. This is lovely. Okay. Then we have the 6 of Bowls. I'm seeing really big new horizons coming for you. 6 of Bowls, 6 of Pipes. I feel like it's peacefulness coming. 8 of Pipes. This feels like a peaceful warrior as opposed to having to be battle ready. It's like rising into your strength. Coyote, totem of arrows, the four-leggeds. Back to what I was saying about loyalty. And then harvest. And what do we have here? Wheel of Fortune. Again, look, we start with a Wheel of Fortune, we end with a Wheel of Fortune, and this one literally has our beautiful pumpkin in the imagery. This is stunning. Okay. Right, my beautiful souls. This really is a new beginning for you. It really is a new year. Literally, it's a new start. It's a fresh start for you. And the most important wish is that this is the doing battle comes to an end. You have agency, you have choice in this, and I feel like you've actually reached a point where you're just not prepared to do this anymore in some way, shape or form. What we're being shown here in your reading is that even though you might find you still have waves of sadness coming through, that something didn't work out, the world is opening up for you. I do think you will find, do you know the most important thing for you is finding peace of mind. Finding peace of mind and like-minded folk who are gentle, benevolent, generous. They have a different outlook on life. I feel like you can flourish, you can, and I don't think you've been flourishing for a long time. I think you've been surviving rather than thriving. And it's this shift away from something that creates that space of potential. It's almost like one blessing leads to another blessing, which leads to another blessing. You know, we have harvest, we have abundance here. Coyote, the four-leggeds, loyalty. But loyalty that doesn't come at a price. You know, sometimes people appear to be loyal, but they're only loyal because, or they're only giving you something because they want something back at a later date. You know, it's complicated, and it shouldn't be. It should be straightforward. There's a purity. Yeah, that's what's coming back into your life. Peace and purity. And from that position of peace and purity, you literally can reap in. It's like harvest after harvest, abundance after abundance, bounty. I mean, to get bounty and harvest is magnificent. Pile 1, I feel that this is your reading. It may well be that some of the other readings, particularly I guess pile 2, though I haven't done it yet, may resonate because of that crystal ball. But I actually think this is the most important one for you. It is that something ends and you find peace of mind. And from that peace of mind, literally, there is a second element here of finding your tribe, finding a place where you can belong, put down roots. 6 of Bowls, you can settle, you can get still, you can relax. Know that you belong, set up home. That's what it feels like. Yeah, that's what I'm really seeing, and that is the second wish. And from that, I suspect many, many more will come. But those are the 2 primary wishes coming through in your reading, pile 1. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you so much love, and yeah, just thrilled to be able to read for you on such an amazing and magical day. Pile 1, have an amazing Samhain New Year and have an amazing shift in the energy. Use your agency, make those choices that are right for you, because you have so much coming to you, it's untrue. Pile 1, tons and tons of love. If you have enjoyed the reading, if it is resonating with you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Beautiful souls, if you're on any of my email lists, I'll be in touch very soon about my Manifest with the Moon diary and my Manifest with the Moon journal, which will teach you how to use new moon wishes, particularly as well in alignment with the tribal and Celtic tree wisdom as well. So lots and lots of stuff coming very soon. Beautiful souls, have an amazing Samhain or Beltane if you are in the southern hemisphere. Tons and tons of love. I will put links to anything and everything that I do in the description box, and if you're interested in my big all zodiac sign readings, they are over on Patreon, which is a different platform, and if you would like to be in my monthly prize draw, then do add yourself to my subscriber email list as well. Beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons and tons of love. Hey, pile 2, welcome to your reading, and we have the Tower. Very powerful energy of transformation and change, and we're asking, you know, in this Samhain moment, this pivotal turning point in the Earth's calendar, what New Year wish is coming true for you? So, do you know what this is really saying to me, just channeling through already, is I want to say there's no stopping it. It's happening. It's coming. The wish is going to arrive. Almost as if, do you know, nothing that you could do would stop this from arriving, which I'm feeling really thrilled about, because sometimes I think we really, really, really want something. We often desperately desire to manifest something, and somehow our wishes don't come true. I feel this is going to happen. Okay. This beautiful crystal ball, which has also got that sort of energy around it. It's almost like whatever you see in the ball, this is what's on its way. That's how crystal balls were used in many ways, to look into the future, to see what was coming. Something is coming to you. That's got a lovely energy around it, a sense of inevitability. It's like, you know, there is a wish you want, and it's almost like, you know, no matter how much you might, I don't know, procrastinate or self-sabotage or whatever we all do because we're human, I just feel like this is going to come to you. That's what I feel we're being shown here. Let's draw some more cards for you. We'll have a look at a couple of oracle packs first and then see what your tarot cards show. Yeah, solar flares, activate, and conjunction alliance. Oh my goodness me. A conjunction is exactly that. It's a coming together of something. It's in formation. Solar flares, activate. Yeah, something you really, really, really want is about to be activated. I feel like, I mean, look at the energy of the colours here. Solar flares, conjunction. It's a bit like this tree, I feel, is like a lightning tree, as if it's been struck by lightning and it's now making way. It's going to come down and make way for the new. So something is literally coming together for you. I feel like you activated it. You may have activated it a while ago and it hasn't yet come to fruition, but it's going to. It's seriously going to flow. It's going to fall into place for you. We have community. Oh, this is gorgeous. And then we have fierce. How interesting. Now, badgers have a very interesting energy. They never, ever, ever... they're very loyal. They will, you know, fight to the death, which is why they are, you know, have been badly treated, very, very badly treated on occasions. But they will only fight to defend their community. They'll only fight to defend. And, you know, they are of the same animal brothers and sisters as the bear family. I often think of the badgers in the UK as our bears. Something is coming together, I feel, connecting to your family. How interesting. I'm having a connection to pile 1. And if you were drawn to pile 1, then, and you were also drawn to this pile, then there is, I think, a connection. While I was in pile 1, I got a connection to pile 2, even though I hadn't done the reading yet. So that's now coming through here. This is this sense of community, of belonging. Knowing where you belong, having people around you who have your back, who come together. Look at this alliance. You know, it's like finding a team. When geese fly, for starters, they just know intuitively what direction to fly in. They have an inner compass, and they take it in turns to take the lead. So they know that if they fly in the slipstream of the one in front, then flying is easier. So one will take the lead, and then at some point that one will drop back and another will move forwards and take the lead. So the weight is always carried between them. This reading is suggesting, pile 2, that you find your, I want to say find your tribe, or you find your community, your group, you find that place where you can belong. Even here in the tower, we've got different birds here. We have what I think looks to me more like a crow. I may be wrong about that, but we have eagles. Either way, it reminds me very much actually in some woodland that I spend a lot of time in. It's very interesting to look at the birds there. We have a lot of buzzards, we have a lot of red kites, we have many birds visiting. In some places, you know, the buzzards and the red kites will compete, but in this particular area of woodland they don't compete at all. They actually are they live harmoniously side by side. There's enough to go round, there's plenty. Very much a part of the landscape there. Yeah, I think one of your wishes is to have a sense of belonging. I feel like it's finding the family you choose rather than the family you were born to. And I don't mean that in a derogatory manner to the families we were all born to, but sometimes we can be born to a family and be really close and it's absolutely wonderful, but sometimes we can be born to a family where we don't always fit. And so I'm not suggesting either or for any of you, but I am feeling like this is the family you choose. It's like your spiritual family, your soul family. People who've got your back, who will defend you to the nth degree. They work with you, you collaborate. You work in harmony, and I feel that is a wish that's coming true for you. That place of belonging. May we have more cards for my beautiful pile 2. What is this about? I'm seeing that too. Okay, this is lovely. Look, we have the 2 of Cups. I mean, this is a relationship of love, of harmony. It's a connection. Now, with the Ace of Swords, this is making me feel like this is a connection of purpose. You know? Again, it's like, I wouldn't say singing from the same sheet, but having the same mindset. That's what I'm wanting to say here. You know, when you have the same mindset. So for example, if you live with an attitude of positivity, but you're around people who are constantly negative, it can be really draining. Hard to keep your own focus. I feel you share the same mindset. You're moving in the same direction. You share the same goals. You share the same visions. This is a very powerful connection here. Now, for some of you, it could be an individual person, but I do feel it's more than that. If there is a love interest connection, it will also be connected to, it would be a secondary wish connected to a community. It's fine. It's like having the same mindset. Yeah, being able to conquer the world together. How interesting. We then have the card here of the 5 of Wands. This did come out in pile 1. This for me though is a collaboration. This is a community of people that you can work with, you can collaborate with, you can it's like you can work as a team. Page of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, and the Sun. Well, these are beautiful cards. Right, let us bring more clarity to your reading, pile 2. I think, and this is coming, this is what's gorgeous. So first of all, let's summarize everything that's coming through, all your messages. First of all, there is an absolute inevitability about this. You are finding your way to a tribe of people, to your people. Okay, you're finding your way to your people. This is your first message, and it's happening. No amount of, I don't know, I can't even say sabotaging. Basically, it's on its way. It's coming to you. You don't have to do anything. This isn't a reading that says, right, okay, you need to go and take action, and Spirit is suggesting that you do this or you do that, or I don't feel like I need to draw clarifying cards to assist you in knowing what steps you personally need to take to make this happen. It's happening. It's on its way, it's coming, it's arriving. You are going to be working as a team. You have the same mindset, you have the same vision, you have the same desires, but these are people who have your back. It's your tribe, it's your spiritual family. You are finding people that you can work with, and I feel like you're going to want to sing it from the rooftops because it's going to feel so good. Now, there could be a secondary wish coming true if you are single. You may well, within that tribe of people, meet that love interest, that partnership, or you could meet a love partnership and they indeed, welcome you into, I guess, like the bosom of their family unit. But one way or the other, I sort of feel you come with purpose. This feels more than just a love interest. It feels like there's purpose, there's a mission. 9 of Pentacles, there's work to do together. You can make a difference in the world, whether it is simply as a role model to others in having an amazing relationship that's so collaborative. But I suspect if it is connected to an individual person, again, love or otherwise, then you make a difference. Maybe you take a leadership role within a community. This is interesting because we do have 2 bears here and then we have 2 badgers. But yeah, this is finding your team, it's finding your spiritual family, it's finding your spiritual home. It's coming regardless, which I'm loving. And you're going to make your mark there. But you're not going to make it just as an individual. You're going to make your mark because many hands make light work. You're going to be in this in a way that makes a difference. I do think you'll have a role to play. Page of Swords showing up here. I do feel you will have an individual voice and a role to play. Indeed, whatever your contribution is, it's going to be of great benefit, and you're going to feel so rewarded. It's satisfying, satisfaction, contentment. But it's I've got to remove, well, I don't want to remove the word contentment, but I want to add to it. It's not just contentment, it's way more. This is more than contentment. This is like singing from the rooftops. This is like I found the place I can, it's finding that place to call home. But it's not a place or a geographical location, though I will come back to that in a moment with the world here. But it's like finding, it's more to do with the people. It could mean that some of you move to a new geographical location. You could move house and you find your home, you find your spiritual family, your group of people. That may be another of your wishes come true, that you wish to move location, and in which case I think you will. That will be one of the blessings, another wish that will come through. Feels as though there's more than one wish coming through in these readings, which is really interesting. Some of you may relocate. But if you do so, it will either be the relocation that connects you to your tribe, or it will be your tribe that takes you to a relocation. But either way, your reading is just joyous. It really does. I feel like for the first time, possibly for some of you ever, you really know what it means to belong somewhere. And that's about being with the right people. It's not about stuff. Okay, pile 2, let's draw a few more cards to see if we're given any further information. Okay, so we have the Hermit, Guide. Okay. And then we have the Four of Arrows. Look at this productivity. Is there any more information? Yes, I thought there was another card to come. And the Seven of Bowls. Okay, so how interesting. How very interesting. If you find yourself drawn to, I mentioned the idea of, you know, a potential love interest for some of you, but not all. And that is for me reinforced by the Sun. If for some reason you are single and you are looking for a relationship and that is one of your top priority wishes, I think you'll find that person through the connection. I suspect it's more to do with meeting them because you find your tribe, and it's like that resonance, knowing who you are, finding the place where you belong, because I'm seeing so much productivity here, and again with this teepee here, of landing somewhere, having that sense of belonging, being in service, making that contribution. And definitely making a contribution. You may even be guiding others. Either you will be guiding others or someone will be guiding you, or a kind of a combination of the both. Pile 2, your wish, the wish that's coming true is really clear. It's like finding your tribe, finding your community, and they will fiercely defend you. They are fiercely loyal to you. Your contribution is valued, you are respected, you are received, and there is a secondary wish coming here as well. For those of you, if you are looking for love, I believe that that is the place where you will then find it. Pile 2, this is your reading. It's lovely and it's coming. This is what feels so absolutely gorgeous. It's this inevitability. It's like it's there in the crystal ball. This is the future that is there. And the Tower tells us change is coming. So, you know, embrace it. Jump on board. Don't be afraid to embrace the new. Don't be afraid to go on a journey. Don't be afraid to try out new things, because the pathway is opening up for you, and this is coming. It's happening for you. It's like the universe has activated this wish, and this beautiful turning point in the Earth's calendar is making this emerge and happen for you. Pile 2, I am just loving your reading. Beautiful souls, there's so much upheaval in the world, and this feels just like a really, really magical arrival point for you, in a manner that will allow you to really be the very best version of you and be cherished and appreciated and supported within that position as well. Pile 2, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Beautiful souls, if you are enjoying the readings today and if they're resonating with you, thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing. If you'd like to be in my monthly prize draw, I give away a free private reading and a pack of oracle cards, and indeed we'll soon be giving away a Manifest with the Moon diary and journal as well. Join my subscriber email list. I'll put the link in the description box below, and I will be emailing out very, very soon about the diary and the journal as soon as they're available. And you can check out, if you're interested, my bigger all zodiac sign readings. They are available to tune into on Patreon, which is a different site, but I'll put all the links and everything that you might want to check out in the description box below. Beautiful souls, I am sending you all the love in the world. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you for another reading, and keep us posted. This is beautiful. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have the card of the Lovers and also our beautiful Tiger Eye angel. Tiger Eye is known as a stone of protection. And it's also said to bring good luck to the wearer, and has a lovely, lovely energy about it. So, what is coming through with your card? The Lovers is primarily a card of choice, but we are asking with Samhain what New Year wish is going to be coming true. Now, for some of you, this could be love. Let's draw more cards and see what we are shown. Your first is Elemental. Gosh, look at the energy of this water. Oh, no, I need to put those back in. Yes, there's your card. What's coming through here is where the water meets, where the land meets the sea, where the water meets the sea, where the land meets the sea. There's an incredible power and force here. And look at this, would you? Now, you could not just, this is one of those times when you think, well, you couldn't write it, could you? You have the Lovers again. Okay, I am now going to say I do think this probably is a relationship reading. And if love is what you are looking for, my beautiful pile 3, then love, I think, is what you are going to be getting. This is your wish come true. And what power coming in, what emotional depth and strength and passion. Where the land meets the sea. And I also heard where the water meets the sea. This is the current. I think this is coming fast. I feel that this is just going to be one of those connections that the strength of the connection, the intensity of the power of the passion, the emotion, the depth. Wow. Okay, let's draw more cards for you and see what else we are shown. Goodness me. Well, if you're not looking for love, then I'm not sure this is the right reading for you. But if you are, I think it is. And this could, of course, be an existing relationship that rekindles. It doesn't have to be a brand new one. It just could be a new lease of life. 10th house authority. May we have information for my beautiful, beautiful pile 3s. And 4th house home. Okay. Yeah. I actually feel like, let's say you are, if you're single, and I feel you've probably been single for quite a while, actually, or felt quite like it's been a bit of an uphill battle. And if you're in an existing relationship, I think it's felt like it's been an uphill battle. So whether it's an uphill battle to try and find the right person, whether it's an uphill battle within a relationship, I feel like it's felt like it's been a significant mountain to climb. But it's coming. The wish is coming true, that depth, that passion. I feel this is a level of connection that's like, you know, when you come home to each other, when you're in each other's arms and you just know you're at home, you've come home. You just come together. It's how it feels so right. It's like being one another's rock, one another's mountain, one another's protector, one another's talisman. I'm wondering how this is going to happen. I'm wondering if we can get some clarification. May we ask for more information, clarifying cards, perhaps, for pile 3. So I think the wish coming true is clear. Whether it's, well, it's, excuse me, it's renewed passion, it's connection, it's like the tide is turning in love. That's what's coming through here. The tide is turning. But yeah, how is this happening? Can we see? Okay, so we have Judgment. How interesting. Look at the Halloween imagery, the Samhain imagery here. We have, you know, all these skulls, these little skeletons dancing together, but it's a wedding. It's a wedding, it's a celebration. So this is the turning point, that's for sure. We have the Seven of Cups. Ooh. How interesting. Can you see here? So we have this person here, but there's a little person just peeking out of this cup here. This is wanting to say something, and I'm not yet sure what it's wanting to say. So I'm going to come back to this card, and if the other cards don't show me what I'm wanting to know, I'll draw more. Yeah, we then have the Six of Cups. It is becoming clearer. Then we have the Queen of Swords. And then we have the Death card. Excellent. Okay, right. Right. So I always feel with this particular Death card, it always looks like, it's like, oh, for goodness sake, when are the gates going to open? It always looks like really a bit kind of like, you know, fed up of waiting. It's like, let's get those gates open, let's get cracking, you know, really want this to happen. So I feel there's a sense of what I feel I'm being shown here is that you've really had to persevere and hold your hope for this to happen. What I'm also seeing with the Six of Cups is you're absolutely ready. It's like this is what we're being shown now, I think, here is with the Judgment card, particularly at this day of Samhain, the blessings of a new year, a turning point. And this looks like they are celebrating Halloween, Samhain here. I actually think that this is the turning point. It's almost like the tides are turning in love for you. I think you're absolutely ready for love. I think you've been patient beyond belief. I think you've had moments of despondency. It's been a hard mountain to climb. So if this is an existing relationship, you've been incredibly patient with the other person, waiting for them to kind of step up or show up. And if you're single, I think you've really, it feels like you've done your time waiting. Really literally wondering, you know, many of you have perhaps, if you're single, you may even have, you know, if you've been dating, actually literally looked at and checked out many different people, but it's never been quite right. But I feel like you've held out here, and this is really important. You've been holding out for what's right for you. And I don't mean that you haven't been prepared to compromise in an appropriate way within a relationship, but I feel you've reached a point where you made a choice not to compromise inappropriately. And it's meant that you've been on what has felt like a bit of an endurance test, really, in your search. That's what I'm seeing here. But what your cards are saying, I feel, is that this is the turning point. Literally today, as I am doing these readings, this is the day, this is Samhain, this is the Pagan New Year, the space of new beginnings, the sowing of seeds. Isn't it interesting when I cut this apple that 2 seeds actually popped out? I'm sure there are far more in there. But actually, as I opened this apple, this is what showed. 2 seeds coming together. I think we must draw more cards for you. What is happening next? I do feel this is the turning point. I want to know, do you need to do anything? Do you need to take action, or do you need to not take action? Is it just going to happen and arrive? Can we have more information for my beautiful pile 3, please? Let's look at these cards first. Okay. So first of all, we have the 7 of Pentacles. How interesting, we've got 2 sevens. Okay. This for me is indicating that you are your readiness again. Let's put this up here, see where we're going. Page of Cups coming in. And then the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Then we have the Six of Wands. Oh, look at this marriage. Oh, pile 3. I'm going to go and save and buy a hat. This is just lovely. Oh, and the Knight of Pentacles coming in too. Oh, this is so lovely. Okay, right. So. I think you might actually meet this person, possibly actually in a working environment with all these pentacles showing up. Yeah, I think this may well be some connection to your work. It's very much centered around the earthiness of your world. So your work, your home, your family, the environment around you. And even though we have the Page of Cups here, look at him standing on a key here. Okay. Right, I know this is a generic reading, so I've obviously got to voice the different things that are coming through. I kind of had this message coming through with the elemental card to start with, and I was hearing where the water meets the sea, and I was also hearing where the land meets the sea. And this is what we've got here. Now, if any of you are planning on any kind of holiday destination near the sea, I think that could be a place where you meet. There's something about where the earthiness comes together and meets the water. If you're called away on either a vacation or a working trip in some way, shape or form, or even you take a vacation for your health, because I'm with the Pentacles energy coming through, I'm feeling like there's opportunity here for, yeah, it's that earthy stuff. Home, vacation, work, all these sort of earthy areas. But we've got this wedding here. And then the Knight of Pentacles coming in too. I actually think that your person, and I'm centered at the moment on a new relationship, but for those of you looking for a new relationship, I actually think your person has been looking for the right person for just as long as you have. I think they too have held out to the point where they've, a bit like the Death card, it's like, is this ever going to happen? When are the gates going to open? When will love come in? I think your person, if you're looking for somebody and you're single, your person has been looking for just as long as you have. It's like, gosh, will this ever work out? Will this ever happen? You could meet on a trip, a vacation, a day trip. You could meet out in the countryside. There's a lot of nature energy, a lot of walking in woodland or walking on a beach. It's just this sort of sense of coming together. Almost unexpectedly, with the Seven of Cups, with this person peeking out. I feel like it's almost an unexpected meeting, but somewhere. I do feel you're almost certainly going to meet outside, which is really, really interesting. Or maybe there's a connection if you're working on the land, or you're volunteering for something, or, as I say, going on a holiday. And if, excuse me, if you're in an existing relationship and it's really felt like it's been on the back burner and you've just thought, is this ever going to, will passion ever resume? You know, maybe there's a day trip or a vacation, or you're out walking, and then suddenly your person, your existing partner, sort of proposes and says, hey, do you know, let's make this real, you know, taking it to the next stage. But this is love. This is absolutely, unquestionably about love and relationships and of it emerging. But I am seeing it emerging in the most beautiful way, but at a time when you have honestly waited for quite a long time for this to really happen, for it to sort of birth, as it were. Almost to the point where you really have, I think for some of you, really wondered whether you just have to accept that this isn't going to happen, or, you know, or you have to accept the situation as it is if it's an existing relationship. But something is going to be rekindled if it's existing, and if it's existing, it will go to the next level. The commitment will be offered that maybe you've been waiting for. And if it's new, I think it's going to happen fast. Yeah, I keep hearing this, where the water meets the sea. Let's draw more cards for you. I'm very intrigued about the sort of details, but it's a generic reading. I do know, though, you've held firm for what's right for you, whether this is an existing relationship. You've kind of held out, you know, for what is really right. You've held out for health within a relationship. That's what I'm really seeing. Or indeed, if you're single, you've held out because you know you want to be with the right person, not just any person. But this could not be a bigger indication of now. Immediately, happening really fast. We have command. Ooh, okay. We have Two of Bowls. This is the Two of Cups. And we have Six of Bowls. And look at this. This is someone with somebody in their heart, sailing off into the sunset. We're back to the sea again. Okay. So this is really interesting. I'm going to draw some more clarifying cards for you, pile 3, because with the card of the Emperor, command, what's really coming through for me is to do with self-mastery is coming through. It's like keeping the campfire burning, holding that in your heart, even if you're feeling despondent or thinking it won't happen. And yet I also feel, you know, we have this beautiful person, amazing, wise person, you know, holding a peace pipe, a pipe of prayer. So on the one hand, it's like self-mastery and praying and holding out for what you really, really want. I feel this is a validation, keeping the campfires burning, holding out for what you really, really want, and not settling for less. Yeah, I also feel with the Emperor energy, there may be a need to take charge of something in some way. So I feel I want to draw more clarifying cards around this. Maybe a need for you to actually do something. With the Six of Bowls, I'm seeing this person with someone in their heart. I am wondering whether it is a very good thing today, or whenever you watch this reading, because I'm doing it in the energy of Samhain, which is that Pagan New Year. I spoke about cutting an apple, taking it out into nature, and trusting that the seeds that you place will grow. Trusting that the seeds you sow will grow. It's a ceremony, and I'm really wondering whether it would be valuable for you to engage in a ceremony today where you place something of, you know, the metaphor of seeds. If you don't have an apple to cut, that's fine. If you do, then that's marvellous. But finding something that can represent those seeds, 2 seeds particularly, and go plant them in the ground somewhere or in a pot. In many ways, you know, that is an act of doing. A prayer is an act of doing, even though we're putting a request into the universe. Putting a request to spirit, it's an act of doing. But I do feel, I have a strong feeling that for some of you there is something, maybe an action that needs to be taken in some way, aside from just holding that vision and holding that prayer. Ooh, that's a lot of cards, but I think we'll look at them all for you. Okay, so the first one, look at this, it's a prayer. Okay, now there you are. What a confirmation. So this prayer says, Great Spirit, Mother Creator, bless the earth through my life. Source of all nourishment, we seek to replenish your sacred world. Guide us now through these images, words and feelings within as we reach into the wholeness. Let all that is needed be known. Now, that is a prayer for using these cards, but I feel this is so relevant. Look at the way she is holding this prayer. And it's like a seed of something to come, and almost as if she herself is a tree. I do think this is a real validation of some form of ceremony where you clearly request what it is. Pile 3, if you've never created a vision board around partnership and you're looking for partnership, or if you're in an existing relationship and you really want something to shift and change or to move forwards and you've never created a vision board now or done a ceremony of prayer, today would be a very good day. Right, yes, Apprentice of Arrows, look at this. Hold your arrow true. Point at what you want. Gosh, we've got the phoenix rising from the ashes here in the background. Can you see this imagery? Point your arrow, decide what you want. And I sort of want to say be prepared to go for it as well. I don't think this is just a prayer. I want to sort of say set your prayers and then go to it. What do you need to do? Okay. You've got more arrows, so you have Apprentice of Arrows, you have 3 of Arrows, you have Totem of Arrows. Okay, you've got, well, I cannot believe this. I mean, this pack is really well shuffled and I've used them in the other readings. Everything is arrows, arrows, arrows here. This is not just, I was really tuning in on that one. That's definitely what was coming through, which is self-mastery. Put your prayer into the universe and then be prepared to step up and go for it. Don't hold back. Be true to what you want. And be prepared to believe in it and to take action. If you see someone you like, don't just hold it in your heart. Say something, do something, fire the arrow. Set your sights on what you desire and be prepared to go for it. 10 of Arrows, don't hold back. Even if you have to work at this, you know, if there's any element of any element of perseverance with, I would venture to say possibly your own despondency, but this is one of the most empowered readings I think I've done in recent times in terms of saying, pile 3, you know what you want, put the prayer into, give your prayers to spirit and then take action. I mean, it is action, 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 action. It's the Emperor energy. Hold your prayers in your heart. Sow those seeds. Make that wish. This Samhain New Year is wanting your wish to come true for you. Not just to remain a dream in your heart, but to make it real. Set your sights on what you want and be prepared to take action. Be loyal and true to what you desire. And I sort of feel like it's going to sneak up and appear. I really do, with this owl coming from behind. You know, if we think about manifesting, okay, beautiful souls, if you're new to me and my channel, to the Moon Magic Tarot channel, I'm very passionate about manifesting with the moon. It's why I write a moon diary and a moon journal. These are tools to help you to manifest with the moon. I manifest with the moon with a passion. It's been understanding how the moon connects with us, or with me personally, has been really life-changing for me. And so I'll be doing some probably a webinar or two around manifesting with the moon and how to use the diary and the journal, because just to assist anybody who's passionate about manifesting, whatever it is, whether it's a relationship or anything else in your world. But I feel with manifesting isn't just putting a wish into the universe. It's like we set a wish. Let's say if we're working with manifesting with the moon, when we get to a new moon, we put our wishes into the universe. At that time, we offer them to spirit at the time of a new moon, because the energy is absolutely ripe to sow seeds. But we also set intentions, and they're different. You know, a wish is that dream in the heart. The intention is, and I will follow through with what I need to do to make this happen. Because if you just put a request into the universe can open as many doors as is humanly possible for you. But if you don't step through them, you're not going to get the results. We have to be actively working with the universe. We have to be actively engaged with spirit, with source, with the universe to then receive. And sometimes we have to take action. Sometimes we need to just open ourselves to receive. Sometimes we just need to believe. Sometimes we need to hold that focused thought, that prayer. If you think about it, a prayer is a focused thought. When we set an intention or make a wish, it's a focused thought. When you worry, it's actually also a focused thought. So if you're getting really despondent and feeling like it's never going to happen, it's the equivalent of putting a wish or an intention or a prayer into the universe, asking for the exact opposite of what you actually want. It's still a focused thought, and it carries energy. It's why the moon is really helpful, because it helps us to focus and to know how to focus and when to focus and what to focus on in order to manifest successfully, and to utilize the energy of the planets, really, as they, you know, pull the water. Look at the water pull the water on our beautiful planet. You know, the sun and the moon, it's the sun and the moon in relationship, the masculine and the feminine in relationship, that move our oceans. And you know, we are 75% water. This pull of energy is affecting us, or certainly that is my own experience. And we can harness that energy. You know, we really can. Your reading is very clear, pile 3. Hold your focus, which I think you've been doing in a really, really good way, but I think you've got tired because you've been doing it for a while, getting to that sort of space of despondency. This is inviting you to rekindle your intentions and hold that clear prayer, that clear wish of exactly what you desire in love, in relationship, whether it is new or it is an existing relationship. You then actually have to set your sights on what you want and be prepared to step up and go for it. I mean, look at the way this coyote is. It could not have a more focused sort of look to its eye. Be prepared to go for it. Be prepared to step up. Be prepared to go out and get what you desire. Be prepared to have that voice. If there are environments when you might meet the kind of person you want to meet, or you've got your sights set on someone, go and get together with them. If you've seen someone socially, if you are in an existing environment and you want to move something forwards, be prepared to voice it, be prepared to say. Because I almost feel like you're going to be surprised by what you get back. That's what's coming through here. It's one of those things where I remember listening to Jim Carrey talking about his own manifesting his, you know, obviously mega successful career, and he would go and sit, I think, on the Hollywood sign and like dream it, live it, be it, you know, that all of the success that he was desiring. And I think he wrote himself a check for millions or something like that. But he then sort of said, and then he'd go off and crack on and like, you know, go home and make a sandwich and, you know, clean the bedroom and tidy up and go to work in what was then his day job. So it's kind of like, for me, this is this kind of like, set your intention, be prepared to step up, and then crack on and do everything you do to the very best of your ability in an ordinary way. And I just think this is just going to pop up for you. I think you'll be really surprised at how fast this is going to manifest. Because I feel this owl is popping up behind her. And this card here that came across so clearly, this person just popping up out of the cup here. Here's this person here looking at all these different cups. And there's this one. Somebody just popping up. Literally out of the blue, something arriving just when you didn't think it would arrive. Or someone stepping up when you didn't think they would. But because you've been true and you've held your focus on what you really, really want and what is right, and you've been prepared to stand up for it, to be loyal to that, and you're prepared to, you know, get up and go when needed. Yeah, I literally think this is going to pop up out of the blue, and the timing, as this card was showing us, is so right for you. By stepping up, I am also just going to come back into what I was seeing earlier to do with where the water meets the sea, or where the land meets the sea. Yeah, if there is opportunity for you to be out in nature, connected to water in some way, something of water is coming through. I mean, it could be an indication of asking you to recognize that your emotions, you know, flow like the sea, and they can flow in more than one direction. So there could be a message about maintaining your emotional equilibrium so that you are keeping on track. But we have the sea again here. I do feel there is a connection of meeting somebody. It could be a holiday, it could be a break, it could be going out for a walk. But yeah, I really do feel something is going to emerge for you. And I'm definitely going to buy a hat. Okay, pile 3. This is really happening for you. It really, really is. So beautiful. I feel this is your reading. I don't think I'm going to say any more. But there's so much about manifesting here, and being prepared to not just ask for what you want, but being prepared to go out and get it as well. Saying how you feel, for example, not just being quiet about it. Yeah, beautiful. Pile 3, this is your reading. I can see your wish is love. It is a beautiful upgrade, either brand new, let's say it's an upgrade of relationship status, whether it's a brand new relationship or an upgrade of an existing one where a commitment is finally made, or something that has felt stuck or stale emerges and is just full of passion beyond belief. Either way, this is your wish that the Samhain energy, the shifting, the turning point is bringing to you. Pile 3, I'm sending you all the love. Keep us pasted. And thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you all of you who give back through the super thanks. And thank you all of you who are also over on Patreon. Patreon is a site where it's another platform. It works on the basis of donations, and it largely funds a lot of the free stuff that I put into the world. I have a whole online library that is a free resource about psychology and emotions. So thank you all of you who are over there. It's also where I do my all zodiac sign readings. It's my way of giving back and actually thanking you guys for being over there, all of you who are. So huge gratitude and appreciation. Pile 3, well, huge gratitude and appreciation for all of you for being here, following my readings, supporting the Moon Magic Tarot channel. You guys are amazing, and I love your energy. I could just revel in your energy all day, because this just feels like it's lovely, because it's not just a dream, but it's kind of like a dream and you can make it happen. And that just feels heavenly. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Yes, having mentioned I'm very passionate about manifesting with the moon, I do have a monthly prize draw. I give away a free private reading, a pack of my own oracle cards, and also a diary and a journal, which are about manifesting with the moon. So if you would like to be on that prize draw, do add yourself to my email list. It's a subscriber email list, so you do need to subscribe to be a part of that. Beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons of love.